Dude, say something.
Something.
All right.
Gosh. I asked I asked some guy at work when I was helping him. He was like a visitor, like a customer, and I was cashing him out, and I was like, "What's your first and last name?" And he told it to me, but I just did not know how to spell it. So I was like, "Can you spell that?" And he was like, "Sure. That." And I was just like looking at the screen, looking at him, and I was just like confused. And he was like, "Well, I'm a teacher. That's kind of, our jokes." And I was like, "Oh, ha, yeah."
It's like, oh, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Your name isn't that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I wasn't having a good time with him in the first place.
I love that a teacher came into a dispensary like ready to make jokes. That means the kids don't laugh at his jokes.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, I'm stressed out. My material's bombing in the classroom. You know what? I need to relieve some stress.
Right. He came to the right place for that.
Yeah.
Not to the right place for his jokes, though.
I can tell by your frustration. T-H-A-T. All right. Hello, my name is Jesse Espedia. You're listening to the Tainted Therapy Podcast. This is episode 2, here with Brenda, Padilla. Go ahead and say what's up.
Hello.
The wonderful, extravagant synonyms, Brenda, Padilla. How you doing? What's going on?
Doing good. Just snacking on some cranberries, having a good time here.
That's great. You want to just hop right into it?
Definitely.
All right. What's some inspirations for your artwork?
Inspirations. Well, I would definitely say people around me really inspire me. Of course, people are really inspirational. And I do have Instagram, so I'm always scrolling through that. I have a few favorite artists, which I'm just going to throw out real quick. There's this one guy on Instagram. He's an acrylic artist. And I just really like him because he shows a lot of his heritage in his work, but also is really reflective of the self. So let me just show you some of his work. It's really colorful and vibrant.
It's like something you would put on the wall in a Mexican household.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
So I'll throw some pictures of it on the video, but audio listeners, sorry. I get the ads from the link in the description. Anyways, what are the other ones?
Here's another one that I just started getting to know. His name's Benjamin Spires, and he does semi-realistic abstract work. I wouldn't say it's realistic. It's more like...
Yeah, I don't think that's realistic.
No, it's not. It's more like...
It's very abstract, for sure.
Abstract and... What's the word for realistic, but imaginary realism? Surreal, yeah. It's surrealism. Kind of like Salvador Ali, but more modern.
I want to see a short film in that kind of animation style.
Oh my gosh, that'd be trippy.
His eyes look like Fruit Loops.
And here's another one that I just got on. I like the kind of randomness of this guy. His name is Alex Party, and he does cartoon style looking just creatures, and really colorful and really wicked and grotesque.
Looks like that game Cuphead.
Cuphead's really good.
Yeah.
I love Cuphead.
I have it on my Switch. I play it all the time.
Oh my gosh. Tony, my older brother, he introduced me to that game. Really cool artwork.
It's so goofy, but I like it.
It is. Another good one, Skullgirls. Have you heard of that one?
Skullmoose?
Skullgirls?
Skullgirls?
Yeah.
Is that an artist?
No, it's a game kind of the same style.
No, I never heard of that.
Let me show you it real quick. Really cool art. Really cute art. But it's kind of like that. What do you call that style of game?
Retro.
Not only retro, but it's there's one game that started this style of game where there's like two characters that you pick out of like so many characters, and they have different attributes and they fight each other in a two-dimensional screen. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Sonic? No.
No. It's just gonna forever bug me.
It's okay. Maybe we'll figure it out after. Yeah. As far as inspiration goes, do you just look at Instagram, or do you like? Is there something from your childhood that you saw and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do that?
Right. So I would say anime has always been a big inspiration for me, and different cartoon styles and movie styles too. So, like, anime wise, there's been several classic ones that I've really liked, like Soul Eater and Death Note. Those aren't necessarily the most artistic ones that I've seen, but my brother definitely introduced me to some really good ones, like Akira. That's a really good movie, really artistic. It's all animated and it's beautiful. Definitely a must watch.
I'm not very familiar with the genre, but I can appreciate the art in it.
It's like a suspense, I think. But
when I was a kid, I watched Dragon Ball. You know, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would always see what's that one that was on Adult Swim for a while. It always came on after Family Guy.
Bleach.
No. The one with the guy with the white hair.
White hair. Oh, he was like a cat.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what it was called, but I would always see that, and I was like, "Is this kind of change the channel?"
Mm-hmm.
I know people probably get mad at me if I were to say that in front of them, but
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'd say my brother was definitely a big inspiration for me. My older
Your
brother
does
Tony.
art too, though, right?
Yeah, he does. So he started me off, like, introduced me to the whole realm of like art and the way that you can improve your practice, you know, by practicing. And
Were you guys ever in a competition, or was it just more of like a let's coalesce, let's do something together?
usually coalesce, but we did find different ways to kind of compete. Like in middle school, my brother put on a little tournament that was between him and some friends and me too. And basically, what it was each one of us made our own original character. We drew it out, gave them names, gave them attributes, like fighting attributes and personalities.
Yeah.
And then we matched one another up with one another. So we would basically fight one another. And so each one of us were artists. So we would draw out the match in like a comic book style.
Yeah.
And then we would decide who won from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
We should do that more.
I know.
Should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to do more stuff like that.
I love the idea of making characters too.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it was really similar to that. And I actually really like the concept of Dungeons and Dragons because of that. But other than that, we would usually just collaborate a lot. When we were younger, he was interested in making YouTube videos, so we made some YouTube shorts together.
What kind?
So
do you remember any, like specifically?
Yeah, I do. Like there's one that we made an animation together. It was really choppy and really short.
Was it like stop motion almost, or
No, it was
like straight up animation?
It was animation, but it was like low frame count animation, like probably like 5 different pictures.
5
like,
FPS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was about a squirrel who she said something and then she was like, I'm gonna kill myself now with a fork. And then she kills herself with a fork, and I was the one voicing her.
Oh my god.
And
that's crazy.
I think I had drawn her and then Tony animated her. And then there was another one where it was like a bat flapping its wings, and Tony animated her, I think. And then there's another one where Tony was hosting a video and I designed like a YouTube shirt for him and presented it to him to kind of like, your YouTube channel now. So here's your YouTube shirt.
That's adorable.
Yeah. And after that, I was just featured in the video as a fan of Twilight. And Tony was actually burning a Twilight book.
Oh, no.
So I was like one of the fans that was really upset.
Were you a fan of Twilight?
I did read it and I did watch the movie, so I guess I was.
Were you
Yeah.
like heavy into it? You're like, I'm Team Jacob. If anybody's Team Edward, I'm gonna stab them with a fork.
I mean, I wasn't that like passionate about them, but I definitely did find myself when I was younger saying things like Team Jacob, and I was Team Jacob rather than Team Edward. Yeah.
Well, Team Edward is Batman now, so
Really?
yeah, that dude's playing Batman.
What the heck?
I'm hyped for it. He's kind of skinny. I don't know if that'll work out with the. He's gonna
That's
be more
funny.
like I'm Batman. Or he's British, isn't he? Oh, I'm Batman. Should have played Penguin.
Oh my gosh, now I've got to watch it. I don't want to see him as Batman, but I'll watch it.
Local artists. Is there anybody that you indulge yourself in art wise? Anybody you see and you're like, hell yeah, keep going.
Oh, definitely. Oh man.
Top of the head, go. Name
Top of the head, there's a few locals from Antigua that I'm really excited about seeing grow in the next few years. I would say definitely individuals like Erica Miranda,
Queen.
a queen that we worked with. We hosted an art show with her.
Mm-hmm.
And another queen who we also hosted with, Raquel Morales.
We love her.
Yes. Anna Castaneda. I'm really bad at pronouncing her
Anna
last
Castaneda.
Castaneda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really amazing too.
Yeah, she's
They're all great. They need to post their art more though, because I just haven't seen much in the. I don't know if it's just Instagram's algorithms too. I really don't like Instagram because of it. I like the people that are on there and the things that they try to share, but like it's just not being presented in the right way sometimes. But
Yeah, it's just because Raquel barely does art anymore. Like,
I see.
Barely does. It's because she's working a lot,
mm-hmm.
and it's like I get it, but like, come on, Raquel. And you just
Right.
I just want to beat her up sometimes. Like, come on, get in there, do some work. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of really cool people like especially just like art in general, not even just drawing. Like there's a bunch of great musicians, bunch of great musicians, bunch of great artists, bunch of great like videographers, photographers, all of them. Like there's so much stuff here in like Manteca. Like,
yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, and I could start talking about people from other like cities and all, but like
just here.
like right here, we got it already. Like
Only
who
thing
else?
is, I don't think there's any there's no like meshing in Manteca though.
Oh yeah, there's not many people that like connect them together.
Yeah, there's not.
It's just like all these people are looking to get out of Manteca instead of
I don't-
staying in Manteca.
I don't like that because I don't like Modesto. I don't like it.
Modesto's
It's
alright.
fine. It's too big. I like Manteca because it's small. I could walk around and I can be like, I've been there 14 times.
I like what Modesto's got going on in terms of small businesses, though.
Oh, for sure.
Because Manteca doesn't have much of that. We have a few things here and there.
We have
But
a Walmart that's pretty small.
I was feeling so like torn the other night because I was like, do I really need to go to Walmart to get these things? Like I started thinking about it. I was like, where's another mom and pop shop that I can go to? There's just not any. There's not any in Modesto either.
It's just mainly franchises.
Yeah,
Just
it's
franchises
like,
and 2-story buildings.
How did that become a rule in a society to where it's like general stores just aren't a mom and pop thing
Down
anymore?
in Maine right here, there's a bunch of like mom and pop stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like a comic book store, like right over there. It's,
Oh,
like
Well,
right next to my house.
hobbies and stuff. Yeah, we have some really cool small businesses for hobbies,
Really
like
cool coffee
bookstores,
shops and
coffee shops. Like
yeah.
there's a really cool it's not Chit Chat. Chit Chat's just a cute bakery. That place is pretty new. It is a small business, but I'm not thinking about Chit Chat. I'm thinking about not being in Leaf. Being in Leaf is really cool though. Yeah. There's one more coffee shop. We can move on. I'll find it. I'll figure it out.
Like, don't even worry. Back to you and your brother.
Yes.
How do you think your art styles differentiate from each other?
Oh, they're very different. They're both pretty cartoony. I'd say he's got more of a defined and sharp kind of look all over to his kind of like art style, and I think that
Right.
kind of coalesces with his personality a little bit.
Like more defined as an individual, like knows what he is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd say so. Now I'm kind of thinking about it, but I never really thought about it like that. But now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, huh, nah, I've got to think about that a little bit more. That's interesting. But yeah, it's definitely different. Um, he's a little bit more cartoony at times. Yeah, but he's really
Which makes
good.
sense because he animates. Right?
Yeah, he does animate, so
Yeah.
he needs more of that simplistic style, that quick kind of. He's got that quick kind of hand to him when he's drawing. He wants to get it like all out there. Me, I get like stuck on the little details, and I'm like, okay, this nose,
Yeah.
I want it to look really good, and just this nose.
Yeah. I want that fingernail to glisten.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's upsides to both of those, though. You know,
Oh, there is. Yeah.
attention to detail for sure. That's one of the best things you can do
Uh,
because you can only go up from like a simplistic drawing. So like you just draw an eye, you're like, yeah, I can draw some lids. You know, I can draw some eyelashes. Maybe a freckle there. And there's some like infinite number of things you can add to it to make it seem more
Right.
real.
so I figured it out. It's Cafe Aroma. Cafe
Roma.
Aroma in Manteca. They're
Where is that?
I
I've heard
believe
of
they're
that.
Vietnamese and they're a family owned. It's right by the old movie theater where that used to be. By the Dollar Tree.
I've seen
It's
that.
so
Like driving over by Popeyes
Yeah.
franchise.
Right. But they also have local artwork posted there. So if you're a local artist and if you want to put your art somewhere for free and possibly sell it too, they give you 100% of the money made. So yeah, it's really cool. And
That's cool.
the owner there, she's really cool
I
too.
want to pay them a visit.
Yeah.
Hey, let
They
me get some coffee and a sponsorship.
They
Bring it
have
over.
really good sandwiches.
Do they?
They do.
It's just upsetting how dull this town is sometimes. You know, you walk around, there's nothing. Like there's no murals like anywhere really.
I
besides
mean, we
the-
have some murals, but they're
the
all like
Library Park over
they're
there.
all funded by the older generation.
Yeah, nobody cares anymore.
It's like
Yeah.
definitely the older generation that's funding all these murals because they're all like veteran and they're like the older town life and it's like just, classic stuff, which is all beautiful, but it's
Yeah.
just not what the younger generation, I think, it's not what they're looking for. Let's talk about San Jose for a little bit because I like what they're doing in San Jose. And it's really inspirational for what I'd like to do out here in regards to our art scene. But I was in an art show last year, in the beginning of the year. I was going to San Jose quite a bit because I have a friend out there and I was going to school out there for a little bit. I ended up meeting this artist who's also an art teacher in San Jose. Her name's Jess. She's amazing. She's all about like collaboration, community, art, sustainability, like supporting local artists. And the first thing that I went to that she hosted was the Martha Street Art Swap, which is basically like a little event where artists or just individuals or people who create could come and bring their artwork or their creations and share it with other people. And you basically swap your artwork with other individuals. And so you're getting the opportunity to like meet people that you wouldn't have and like, get introduced to their artwork and share your own artwork too. So that was really cool. She also did this other thing. It was a art show, but she did it in her apartment. So I thought that that was like really intuitive. Like, oh, you don't have to have a location to do an art show. It could be like just anywhere.
It doesn't matter how big or small it is.
Right. Yeah. It's just about making it an inviting and working space.
Yeah.
And she totally did that. So she had like she had music going on inside, a DJ. She had music going on outside, and some tacos. It was really cool. That was really inspirational for me because I kind of had the idea, or not the idea, but got inspired to start doing some art shows and definitely found some like-minded individuals to do the same. So,
Nice little community.
yeah. Yeah, and I found another person at work who is really like-minded too. So we're definitely going to start on some new projects soon.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm kind of rebranding too so that I can be a little bit more collaborative. So I'm going to change all my handles from Bren BPR most likely to Bren Plus, but I don't know. I don't know if I like it yet.
It already is Brenda Plus, isn't it?
It is, right.
So you're pretty much locked in right now.
Right now, yeah.
I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not Brenda negative. So you're good.
True. Yeah. So the reason I chose that though is because it's like the things that I want to do now, it all involves other artists. Like I want to start a little clothing line made from repurposed clothing and original artwork from local artists. And so I don't want it to only be my artwork, but I'd like to get other artists on that too and get photographers from in town to do all the photo shoots with all the models, get models from in town too. And yeah, so it's going to be like Bren plus this artist or Bren plus this photographer, or Bren plus, kind of figured that's why.
That opens up a lot for you.
Yeah.
Brenda Plus, whoever I want to work with.
Right.
I'll just work with this person. It's just part of you that you like. Yeah, come here, work with me.
Right.
For you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I want to do with Tainted Therapy.
Yeah.
My dream ultimately is to make Tainted Therapy a comedy club in town.
Ooh,
that's what I want to do.
That'd be cool. I know just the spot for that.
There's so many spots I want to put it at, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be so great. God, like just thinking about it makes me excited.
Right.
But I know that's like way, way down,
Yeah.
But it's just the ultimate thing for me, and I want to do merch with the logo, and like same thing with you, like have artists draw and take pictures of stuff, and that's exactly what I want to do. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, let me tell you too. I reworked my Etsy too because I wanted to change my name on there to Bren Plus there as well because I've got my mom's artwork on there too. She grows plants, so I'm gonna have her plants on there soon. So many different succulents and different cactuses and ferns. So cute. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a cool thing where 5% of all of my earnings from Etsy goes to any shows that I help host. Yeah. So it's going to be going back to the people, basically. Another 5% is going to be going to a charity of the month. So for the first month, I think I'm going to choose it. But after that, I'm possibly going to do like a voting sort of system where you can vote for which charity to make the monthly like charity. So any proceeds that I get is going to be going towards that. Yeah. And then I was thinking of maybe this is a down the line kind of thing too, but I'd like to sponsor local artists every month. So through like a random sort of choosing sort of thing, we'd pick a a local artist of the month, like maybe a 30-mile radius, I don't know. And they'll get sponsored for like a $20 or $15 art set.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of help artists have the tools and resources.
It feels good to pave the way for people.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. I love like the idea of helping somebody, like because you know you've been there before, and you built this up to the point where you can help people, and boom, you just do it. That's my favorite thing, just helping people that are new. You know,
Right.
like make them pick it up. Don't give them an excuse to like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. No, you have the resources. Go ahead,
Exactly.
express yourself.
Yeah. I think it would be really worth it. I hope that I would be able to be in the financial like stance to be able to do that, because honestly, I get nothing from my Etsy page. I'm not really that good at managing my expenses too, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I'm hopefully gonna rework some things to where I start pumping out more products that are, you know, good price
Invest in
points.
yourself, man.
Exactly right.
What about your parents? Did they see your art or did they see it in like a, oh, that's sick vibe, or was it like a, oh, cool?
I think most of the time, or at least half of the time, it's like, oh, it's sick, you know? But then they see some of the weird stuff that I make, and they're like, oh, God.
I don't know about this one, Bren.
Yeah, especially my mom. But that's just her taste. She's got a taste for the classics, like the classic landscape and floral paintings of like beautiful
Were
work.
your parents, are they artistically inclined at all?
They are.
They are?
My dad is, he started a painting company first. So he would do residential and commercial buildings. That, I don't know how artistic that was, but that was pretty artistic, like learning about colors and paint and all that. But yeah, he's also in construction, so he's a really like handyman.
Yeah.
And my mom does a lot of crocheting. She makes clothing. I'm not wearing anything that she made me right now, but I usually do. And
Does it resemble this outfit?
not really. No. Yeah, she wouldn't make anything like this. Maybe these pants. She could probably make this really easy. But she also paints nowadays, and she can make like stuffed animals. She makes a lot of cool stuff. So
Does she like have an Etsy and all that? Does she like?
She's not very.
Is she expressive with it, or is she just like, no, I do this on the side. This is me.
she's sometimes she could be a little expressive, but most of the time she just like reproduces artwork. So she'll find a pattern and remake it.
Yeah.
But sometimes she likes to add her own like little twist on it, like add some extra flowers or put a little tree in the corner. Cute stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. She doesn't have her own Etsy yet. She's not very good with electronics, but I'm going to definitely try to get her on my Etsy some more and get her some credit.
Plus mom.
Right.
You know what, Brenda?
Wait.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I would always say blue, light blue, or just blue, or even green blue, like a turquoise.
I love blue.
Blue.
I love blue.
Yeah, it's just a happy color. It's like a mellow, chill, like you don't need to worry color.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also really like orange. I like a lot of colors. Like if you look at my work, every single color
makes sense.
Is hopefully being expressed. Yeah. But
what is it? What is the color blue? Like you kind of described it already, but what does it mean, like to you? You see blue, you're like, what's the feeling you get from it?
It's definitely like a safe. Actually, because now I'm like thinking about all the different things that are blue, and it's like the sky's blue, water's blue. It's like things that are cold are blue, so it's like I don't know something. It's something interesting, I feel. It's like a really interesting color to me.
Yeah. For me, I just feel safe.
Yeah.
I feel safe in the color blue.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like that, but to me, the sky and water doesn't sound too safe to me. Like, I don't know. I was scuba diving once in Cabo, and it was one of the most terrifying experiences. I wasn't like actively freaking out, not as much as I would be on like a drop tower when I'm going down the drop tower.
Yeah, because you know that's regulated. You know,
Oh,
scuba diving, you could drown. You
well,
know,
you're right. I mean, you're right in a sense, yeah. But it's just like the feeling of it. It's like it's insane. Like you're down there and you're thinking like, "Oh my gosh, there's all this water around me."
it's overwhelming.
If I wanted to go up, it would take a while. And so it's like you've got to breathe a certain way and you need to like make sure that your body is at the right pressure. So you've got to make sure that you keep on popping your ears so that your ears don't explode from the pressure. They described it like that. They're like, you will literally explode from the pressure. And I'm like, okay. So that was pretty freaky.
Yeah, being too high up or being too low is very scary.
Yeah.
But if right in that median, you know, where you can just see it, I like it. It's calming.
Mm-hmm.
Reduces my anxiety a little bit. However, the color red, not a fan. I don't like that color. I don't like red. You know what? I don't really like brown. I don't think anybody likes brown.
Oh, I like brown.
You like brown?
Brown is really necessary, I feel.
Yeah.
It's life. It's literally life.
In certain contexts, I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
But it's just like brown, you know?
Yeah, it's like this mucky kind of poop color.
Yeah.
It's like it's a mix of all the colors. It's like an accident almost.
Yeah. And I think that's why it's like got a rotten reputation in my brain. It's because it's related to poop. You know?
Yeah.
And it's related to normally bad things or gross things. Green too, but I like green.
Green is great.
Yeah. What's your favorite color combination? Like color scheme?
Blue and orange. Very contrasting.
Dark blue and light orange? No?
Vibrant blue and vibrant orange.
I like a dark blue.
Or even like a dark blue and a vibrant orange.
Yeah. All right, Brenda. I need a bio from you. Where are you from? What's your story? How are you?
I'm from Los Gatos, California. It's a town by San Jose. But I spent most of my life in Manteca. So I'd say I'm from Manteca. Definitely.
Yeah.
Now my life story.
Begin.
Well, my parents met in San Jose and had my brother. Had me. A few years later, we moved to Ripon. I think we had a little brother then. Little bundle of joy. Cesar. And that's when I started getting interested in art for sure. So me and my brother got into that. We would play video games a lot too. We moved to Manteca then. Started going to elementary school. Met some of my best friends like Taryn Pollard, Erica Miranda, Emilio Gonzalez, Giselle Betty, Amon Birdie. I could keep going. There's a lot. Then went to high school, Manteca High.
Yeah, just skip middle school.
Did I?
Just
Fuck
skip
middle school. Honestly, yeah, fuck middle school. It wasn't that great. It was all right. I was at Joshua Cal, which was all right.
I'm a Shasta boy.
Shasta was all right. Yeah, I played volleyball and basketball in middle school.
Buzz gang. You know what I'm saying? Shasta Hornets. All right. Cutting that out.
That was great. So wait, are you guys bees?
We're the Shasta Hornets.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. See, I didn't know that.
See, I knew that. That's why I said Buzz Buzz.
See, we were what were we? We were
In high school.
no, I was saying what mascot was my elementary
Oh.
school. I don't know. We were like dogs or something. I don't know. We might have been buffaloes, but that doesn't sound right. That was definitely Mintica High.
Yeah. My brother went to Cala, and I'd always joke with him. I was like, "What's your mascot? The delinquents?" He's like, "Shut up."
Oh,
I clown that fool all the time though.
I bet. I freaking bet. Oh my gosh, but
It was high school.
high school. High school was interesting. It was really interesting for me. I loved high school because I was able to take every single art class that they offered,
Yeah.
which was a challenge because I also wanted to take a theater class too. So I dropped like 2 classes just so that I can do art. And that was great because I was able to attend every single art show for the whole time that I attended there, which was awesome. And junior year, I actually participated in a musical. I auditioned and got the part for a spoon as in the musical
Spoon.
in a spoon in The Beauty and the Beast. So I got to sing and dance with a few other spoons.
Did you get a solo?
No, but I think I did have a line.
What was the line? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
I bet you wish you were a fork so you could stab that squirrel.
Oh my gosh, yes. That would have been great.
Full
Like
circle.
full circle, yeah. Yeah, so the musical was kind of a little bit life changing.
Did it open you up? Would you
It
say?
opened me up for sure. I didn't see myself as a performer until then. And from that point on, I was definitely more outgoing, which is something that I felt I needed.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like mind opening for my sexuality too, because I ended up like liking a girl in that musical too. So I was like, whoa, this is new. So we ended up having a relationship. It wasn't very good.
In
And
what way? Like toxic?
It was toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't have
definitely.
to explain it further, but
Yeah. For her own sake. Yeah.
yes. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, it was just not very good. An interesting person for sure. But anyways, yeah, that was really a mind opening for me. And so then I got into her friend group a lot more, and she was really interested in theater and movies and film, comedy, but also horror. So I started getting really interested in that. And so I started doing some like YouTube videos with her. So we did like a movie or two, and we actually made like a whole movie, and we got in a competition sort of thing, which
Yeah.
is really cool. I would totally do that again. It's something in Modesto. I think it was Modesto or maybe Livermore, but you basically make a movie in 24 hours. They give you a prompt, then you have 24 hours to make a movie.
Like a prompt or like an actual plot line? Or
No, just a prompt.
Okay, so like a concept.
Like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's like the concept
Okay,
that we
yeah.
had. So we had to make a movie in 24 hours about that. And it ended up being really interesting. Really funny and ridiculous. Really ridiculous.
Is it still out there somewhere?
It's still out there somewhere. Yeah, I might just grab it and show you it sometime. Yeah, it was really cool. They were really good individuals to work with too when it came to making movies and being creative. So that was cool. Yeah, so that was really, yeah, the musical definitely changed a bit of my life, made it more theatrical.
Like rather than a person, I'm a performer.
Yeah.
I'm here to perform on Earth. right now.
Mm-hmm. And then after I graduated, well, I started working in high school. Started working at KFC.
How was that?
It was all right. Not the best. I met some cool people though. I got to work with one of my best friends, so that was fun.
Cool.
Yeah. Got to work with this guy, Emilio, again when I worked at Panera after I worked at KFC. And that was pretty cool too. I like the food there. But I had to go on leave because of I had some mental health issues. At the time, I thought it was like because I had some family drama going on, but really I realized I had some mental health issues. So I went on leave, and apparently my leave was a little too long because they ended up firing me, which I feel like was totally unreasonable, and it probably was like illegal or somehow. But I got fired, so he was gonna rehire me, but he never called me back. So I was like, oh well, fuck it, I'll just not come back then. It was kind of like soiled the whole job for me.
Yeah, if he doesn't care, why should I care?
Right. So I went to Michael's instead, and started working at Michael's for a little while. And this was actually pretty recent. It was this last year. Quit that. Now I'm at People's Remedy. But yeah, after high school, I got it straight into college, Modesto Junior College, for transferring to university. So I was going to do some art courses for the art studio degree. And did that. Got in another relationship. This one is a bit better. Yeah.
More of a mutual separation rather than a...
Well, the separation I wouldn't say was very mutual, but it was still
okay. But the middle, the time in the middle was cool.
Yeah, the time in the middle was cool. Yeah, but so I was working and I was going to school, for a while, and then I changed jobs. Right, so I changed jobs from Panera to Michael's. And got out of that relationship. And that's when things kind of got really interesting for me. I ended up, this was like in February, I ended up quitting my job at Michael's and quitting school. I dropped out of school because I was like, I want to be a full-time artist. Right. But I just didn't do it in the right way. You can't just quit everything without having anything lined up, which is what I did. And I just thought like, oh, I have the potential to do it. I have all the tools. It's just about actually doing it. So I was like, well, if I quit my job and drop out of school, I'll have the time. So it's like 1 + 1 = 2. But it was more like 2 + 2 = 7.
It was like 1 + 1 = -4 somehow. Right. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
1 + 1 = negative bank account.
God, I got in so much debt. I'm finally out of debt. But yeah, it took a while to get there. But anyway, so I quit everything and I was kind of like in a limbo for a little while. And so I made the mistake of also quitting. I'm like a regular, like I smoke weed kind of regularly. Yeah. Kind of a pothead. But so I decided that week that I was going to stop for a little while. And so I was like weaning myself off a little bit day by day. But then one day I stopped completely. And this was like in the middle of not having a job and not going to school. Yeah. And so
it all just kind of...
I kind of like crashed. Yeah, everything kind of
exploded like when you were underwater and you didn't pop your ears. You
know? Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of things started like resurfacing, things that I was really upset about. And so like one thing led to another, and I basically experienced a manic depressive episode. And so that was really...
How recent was
scary. February of like 2019. So almost a year. Yeah. It took me a while to kind of...
How long did it take you to like bounce back from that?
Right. So I was just going to say, I think the way that I could describe me bouncing back was me losing... When I bounced back, it was when I stopped having the manic symptoms, which would be like mania and um just experiencing like psychotic symptoms, like making connections that aren't there.
Yeah.
And so I was definitely doing that, especially that week when I was first like in my manic depressive episode. And let me tell you, I was also on my period that week. So it was just like everything was wrong.
Everything possible.
Yeah. So
Going deeper underwater.
yeah, and I just didn't handle it that well. And I don't know if the people around me handled it that well either, because it's like they didn't know what to do. But yeah, when I bounced back, I started it might have been because of my medication that I started taking, or because I just started like getting back into routine.
Yeah.
I got back into school, I got a job again, one that I actually like. And yeah, it was all about finding purpose again, but I definitely did lose those psychotic symptoms after like a month or two.
Yeah.
It took a while though. Like I was a month after, or maybe a week after I got out of the hospital from my episode, I was still thinking that people were like actors in the hospital. I thought that the patients around me were actually actors, because it's like not only were they acting really weird
Yeah.
because they were like going through stuff
Yeah.
too, but I was going through stuff, so I was just like projecting a lot of my emotions and like life onto them. So it
Yeah.
was just
That sounds scary.
it was really
Were
scary.
you scared at the time? Or were you
Yes.
did you think about it?
When I first got into the hospital, when they transferred me to Fremont, they kind of didn't communicate it that well, and I was also really manic, so I didn't know, like,
Yeah.
when they said that I was getting transferred to Fremont, to a hospital in Fremont, so I could get better treatment, I thought that they were transferring me to my friend's house in Fremont, because she lives in Fremont. And I just thought that, like, the whole hospital, like, was a charade thing put on by my family. And so I was like, it was just weird. It was just really weird, yeah. So when I got transferred, they were giving me like different clothing to wear, and like I don't know, I was just really scared because I did not feel like myself.
Yeah.
I felt like just stripped of who I was, and like these random people around me just like looking at me hella weird because I'm like acting hella weird, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely scary.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was before we started talking.
We started working on the art show after that, because after I got out of the hospital, I was like, first of all, I was very manic because I stopped taking my medication that they gave me in the hospital. I was on antidepressant and an antipsychotic, so that was like good for the manic symptoms, and the other one was good for the depressive because, you know, bipolar, which is, and what they ended up diagnosing me with was bipolar disorder. It gives you both the extremes that you kind of cycle between. So when I got out of the hospital, I was like on that manic high because I wasn't on my medications, because I was like, I don't need that. Like,
I don't need that shit. You guys are actors.
This is all a show. Like, fuck you guys.
This is all a show. This ain't even real. Are these even real shoes I'm wearing?
Right. Dude, it was really like, sorry, I'm just remembering something from the hospital, because like there's another reason why I thought they were actors is because one girl there looked a lot like my ex, first of all.
Okay.
And she just kind of reminded me of her. And she ended up giving me like a sweater that had Twitter's logo on there, which was really like crazy for me because I had like tweeted something about The Office, which I had thought The Office, like the director of it, was the one that was directing the hospital, you know, the show of the hospital. And so I thought the Twitter sweater was kind of like symbolic for like, hey, we know you're here. So it was just like,
we know you know.
We know you know. So we sent this girl, this actor, to give you this Twitter sweater. I don't know why she actually did it. She might have just been doing it out of the kindness of her heart. She also gave me a pair of pants, and the whole time I was there, she shared her colored pencils with me, which was really cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nice lady.
She's very nice. Yeah. If I could meet her again, I'd definitely say thank you.
How are you? How are you doing now?
I'm doing very good. Right now, Well, actually, I'm doing just okay. I cycle sometimes. Like, I cycle between being good and, like, some days I'm just, like, really bad.
Yeah. Is there something going on, or is it just like
Well,
my body's making me feel this way right now?
I'm in a transitional period, so there's that. I'm, like, figuring out what I want to do with school, if I still want to do school, or if I want to stay at my job and just go all the way with my job and, like,
Yeah.
try to prosper in that company, or if I should make my own company, or if I just should work as a freelance artist, if I should do tattoos. I gave myself so many options that I'm kind of like,
You can do all of them.
right, I could do all of them, but
Yeah.
then it's like, am I capable of it, of managing
That's
all
why
that
it's
at the
Bren
once?
plus
Right.
whomever. They
That's
help you.
exactly, and that's what I'd like too, is to get more people to help me manage these like projects that I'm trying to focus on. So right now I'm really just focusing on my mental health. I'm trying to figure out what works for my mind. And so I'm like still smoking, especially because I work at a dispensary, so gotta know your product. um, but I'm definitely trying to be more mindful of like when I do it and how I'm doing it. And I'm even considering getting into a program of chemical dependency to kind of help me through the process of not depending on a chemical so much, which I know that I am a bit dependent when I use it more than a few times a week. That says something. So,
You're okay.
yeah, I mean, and there's to each their own too. Just because like I'm doing it this often and I'm saying that I'm a certain way doesn't mean that somebody else who does it the same amount of time is a certain way too. Yeah, it all depends. But yeah, I've done a bit of research and I've noticed that it probably doesn't mix too well with my condition. So I'm probably gonna give it a break for a while. And I recommend that to anybody who has like a mental health condition, especially something like bipolar disorder. If you're smoking like pretty often, it might be negatively affecting your mental health. And if you do a little bit of research, you might see a little bit of that too. But it's said to have like not cause it, but definitely like quicken the opportunity of it like affecting you,
Yeah.
bipolar disorder or any other mental health disorder.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of thinking about that right now. And yeah, I've been writing a lot, which is cool. Been writing in a journal.
Is it narrative based, or is it just writing to yourself?
I like writing it myself. Like today I woke up at this time. This is my to-do list for today. And yeah, it's been really helpful. I like it a lot.
That's good. I think everybody should write. I
Yeah.
think it helps a lot. It decompresses.
Mm-hmm.
Takes
Yeah.
everything that's in there, throws it right in the notebook, close it. I'm done with that for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For me, it helps. But it's good. I'm glad you're thinking of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because mental health is really important.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
For me, it's more important than physical health. Because if you don't have any of your limbs, but you have a good attitude about it, you're okay. You can't run, but you can smile.
Right.
I don't know. That's a weird way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. When's the next art show? What are we doing?
Next art show is honestly as soon as possible because this new co-host that I'm been talking to, Taylor, she wants to do in like January. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to do January, so maybe February.
Yeah.
But she's hoping to do it in a venue, so I'm thinking we might do multiple shows. Maybe one in a venue, one local Manteca, just about locals. The one in the venue, just art generally.
Right.
Right, so.
Whatever you need, let me know.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm excited. So there's going to be that. I'm thinking an art swap. If not an art swap, then a market where people not only have like garage sale stuff, but like art stuff too, or maybe even snacks. Yeah.
Like, I loved the idea of making food for everybody.
Right.
At the Earth Show.
Yeah, that was so
a
good.
success. That was
Yeah.
great. Did you guys end up profiting off that?
We did. That's all the money we made. Yeah.
We didn't charge for admission, so.
Yeah, we didn't charge for admission.
I thoroughly believe in that. I don't like admission costs.
No? Okay.
Yeah. But that's just my take. I don't know what you want to do.
Right.
But,
I mean, I'm open to everything, so you can think about that.
yeah.
I'm also, but I think we can make it work with the money that we have. So accessible is always good.
Accessibility for sure, yeah. Because like most of the time it was like when I would, are you coming? Or like, oh, I don't have $5. I was like, oh fuck, man.
Right.
I was like, just come here, come on. Who cares? I don't know. It's weird. I can't wait to get out there and do another one.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
People really like the last one.
So now we all have experience. We all kind of know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of everybody showing up, and I've been doing a bad job of that, so I'm sorry. But
It's okay. I understand. I'm gonna try to do a bit better, being on top of things, manage and shit.
yeah, that's what I try to do. Like new year, new me. I'm gonna try to I want to do one of these a month, and then do like one other thing a month. You know, just on the side of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see how that works out. Then next year I can add another thing. Next year I can add another thing, and yeah, it'll be cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we have here. You want to bring up anything else or?
Well, my brother wanted me to bring up the orphaned forest children. Yeah. If there's any out there, you guys should care and do something about it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you never know if there's any orphaned forest children out there. They're probably, living through it right now.
For sure. Yeah.
But they're strong, so gotta have them in our hearts.
Those are the strongest people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only thing I could think of is this girl that I know. She makes really good macaroons. And they're really cute.
Macaroons.
But I don't know how that would be relevant. Name's Eliza Tybalt, though. So final shout out to Eliza Tybalt because she makes really yummy macarons. They're really cute. She makes them I think she's made different cartoon styles of macarons, but delicious. Find her at Chit Chat Bakery.
All right, last thing. Anything else? All right, cool.
Well, actually, here's one last thing. If you go to the People's Remedy and you're a first-time visitor, you get 15% off your first purchase. So if you want to come visit me, you know where I'm at.
Go tell her what's up. Go, don't ask them how to spell their name, though. Can you spell that for me? Theend. All right, this has been the Tainted Therapy Podcast. My name is Jesse Espedia. I was here with the magnificent, synonymous, Brenda Padilla. You did great.
Thank you.
I hope you have fun.
I did. Yeah, this has been great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to have you back on sometime.
That'd be awesome.
Cool. All right. Cool. Thanks for listening. If you got this far, thanks. I love you. All right. Thanks, Brenda.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Jesse.
All right. Have
Thanks,
a good night.
guys.
Have a good day. Have a good morning. What did you say?
All right.
Oh, yeah, your social media. Play your social
Oh,
media.
yeah. So my social is, I think I just changed it. So it should be at Bren Plus. So Bren, BREN.plus. And,
Twitter.
I mean, I have a Twitter, but I don't think I'll plug it right now. I don't have either of the ats on me, and I just don't remember them. So it's cool.
Let's pull them up. We got time.
Yeah? Okay, cool. But I think my Twitter is at BrenBPR.
Yeah.
And my official should be at Bren Plus.
At Bren Plus. Plus is all caps. Followed by Nino. Hey, Raquel. Anyways. All right. For real this time, thank you for listening. Thank you, Brenda, for being on. I appreciate you a lot. You're great.
Appreciate you.
Finger guns. Pow, pow. Pow, pow. Buzz, buzz. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm going to say goodbye, and it's going to be for real this time. You ready? Goodbye.